All right, let's get into it. Today, we're going to forget everything you usually hear about crypto, the price charts, the wild speculation, all of it. Instead, we're going to talk about something real, a story that's happening right now on the ground in Tanzania.
Yeah, let's really dig in here. Because what we're looking at is a real-world use case for crypto technology that is profoundly changing lives. This isn't about getting rich. It's about solving a problem that has existed for generations.
This quote it hits you, right? It perfectly captures the paradox. You have millions of farmers with fertile land and an incredible work ethic, but they're trapped. They're locked in a financial system that was never, ever built for them. So let's talk about the bars of this cage. What are we actually talking about here? What does this financial trap look like for a farmer day in and day out? I mean, it sounds so simple, right? $50. To many of us, that's not a lot of money. But for a farmer, that $50, that's everything. It's the key that unlocks a successful harvest and a year of security for their family. So where do they get it? Well, they can't just walk into a regular bank. To a bank, a small farmer with no formal credit history or collateral is just too risky. There's too much paperwork. It's a non-starter. So that leaves just one other door open: the local lenders. And this is the price of walking through that door. The interest rates from these local lenders are absolutely crushing, often more than 100%. Just let that sink in. You borrow 50, you owe over 100. That's not a loan. It's a trap designed to be inescapable. And that's exactly what this is, a systemic poverty trap. It doesn't matter how hard you work the land. It doesn't matter how good the rains are. When the cost of just getting started is that high, you can never get ahead. You're just running to stand still. But what if you didn't have to play by the old rules? What if you could build an entirely new system, one that just goes around the old gatekeepers? Well, this is where the story takes a turn, from this huge, impossible problem to a really elegant solution. Now, let's be super clear on this point. The farmer is not being asked to become a crypto trader or speculate on Bitcoin. Not at all. This is purely about using the technology, the rails of decentralized finance, to deliver a simple, fair, and honest loan. And check out how clean the process is. The farmer applies on a simple phone. Investors from all over the world can pool their capital, which gets sent as a stablecoin, basically a digital dollar. Then a local agent on the ground instantly converts that into cash for the farmer. Done. And that is the revolution, right there. What used to be this long, agonizing process that could take weeks, if it was even possible, now happens in minutes. When you're trying to get seeds in the ground before the rains come, that speed is literally a lifesaver. But, as amazing as the speed is, the real magic here goes deeper. It's about the foundation of trust that this new system is building, something these communities have never had access to before. So, at the core of all this is the blockchain. And I know that word can sound intimidating, but just think of it like this. It's a public, shared notebook. Every single loan, every repayment is written down. And once it's written, it can't be changed or erased by anyone. It's there for everyone to see. So why does that matter? Well, for one, it creates radical transparency. It slashes corruption because there are no middlemen to take a cut. The money goes from the lender straight to the farmer, and it makes everyone accountable. But here's the real game changer, the long-term play. With every loan they successfully pay back, that farmer is building a verifiable credit history. It's a financial identity that they own. It lives on the blockchain and no one can ever take it away from them. It's theirs to carry with them for the rest of their lives. When you put it all together, what you're seeing is something really powerful. You're seeing financial freedom being built line by line through transparent, verifiable data. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. This whole idea of decentralization might still feel a little abstract, but I'm willing to bet you're more familiar with the concept than you think. For example, you might have heard of the Kika app. It's a super popular app in the region that uses a lot of the same principles. It connects football fans directly with prediction markets, cutting out the middleman. The logic is exactly the same, you see. It's all about using technology to remove the barriers and connect people directly to create a fairer system. So if we can do that for something like sports, then we can absolutely do it for something as fundamental as a harvest. This isn't just about decentralizing finance. It's about decentralizing opportunity itself. It's about giving people a fair shot. So as we start to wrap this up, what's the big idea?
When you hear the word crypto tomorrow, what's the one thing you should take away from this story?
The real revolution, the one that truly matters, it's not always the one making all the noise and getting all the headlines. It's the quiet work. It's the people on the ground patiently building a new, better, and fairer foundation for our economy.
And that's what this is. It's a direct, unbreakable link from a small Shamba, a farm in Tanzania, all the way to a global financial network built on a shared ledger of trust, from Shamba to Satoshi. And that's the thought I want to leave you with. We've seen how this technology can help unlock a financial cage for these farmers. So the question we should all be asking is this: what other invisible cages are out there? And could this be the key?